What's up guys, we're here in the beautiful Khao Sok National Park in Thailand, and in this video we're going to show you what to expect from a trip here and how you can do it yourself. So hope you enjoy it. Khao Sok National Park is located in the south of Thailand. Perfectly situated between some of the country's most popular tourist destinations, it's a highlight that you can't miss. The beautiful Cheow Larn Lake is the heartbeat of the park. Surrounded by a lush rainforest, vast limestone mountains, unique caves, and an abundance of flora and fauna. Many companies offer tours to the park, but they can vary greatly in cost, comfort, and activities. In this video, we'll show you our 3-day Khao Sok experience so you know what to expect. Make sure to watch until the end, as we'll also give you our honest review, travel tips, and compare tour options. Now let's dive in. We are Zach and Ina. We make helpful videos about destinations around the world so you can easily plan your own adventures. Our adventure started in the morning at the Cheow Larn Pier. This is the only access point to the lake, so all tours generally start from here. We met our guide, paid a park entrance fee, and jetted off by longtail boat. We first explored Klong Ka, which is the waterway closest to the pier and thus easiest to access. Here, we passed through the famous Gui Lin viewpoint before getting to the Diamond Cave. When navigating between the stalagmites and stalactites, we encountered some tiger spiders and a family of bats. The cave was small but fascinating, and afterwards we hiked to the Swamp Forest Nature Trail. The distance of this walk was about 1.3 kilometers or 0.8 miles, with a gradual elevation gain. Within the route, there are various informational signs explaining the plants and animals of this unique region. The time flew by, and before we knew it, it was time to check into our floating bungalow. We stayed at the Sai Chon Raft House in Klong Long. The lake is home to over 10 floating bungalows, and each vary in price, comfort, and facilities. We booked a fairly basic room with a fan and a private bathroom. Once we settled in, it was time for lunch and a few hours of relaxation. It's super hot during the day here, like 35 degrees Celsius. But the nice thing is we have water right outside our door, so we're gonna hop in. In the early evening, a wildlife safari was planned, but unfortunately a storm rolled in right when we were about to board the boat. This was a good reminder that the weather can be unpredictable, even during the dry season. And we were glad that we still had a couple days left in the park to spot animals. On day 2, we were set to enjoy more hiking, swimming, kayaking, and a wildlife safari. Luckily, the weather in the morning cleared up beautifully compared to the night before. On our way to the remote Bang Hoi waterfall trail, we spotted eagles, dusky leaf monkeys, macaques, and even the famous hornbill birds. This part of the jungle backwaters are often less explored, and as such, wildlife abounds in this region. The hike to the waterfalls was short and fairly gradual, and even though the water wasn't flowing much at this time of the year, it was a relaxing nature experience. We didn't encounter any other tourists on the whole trail, and we could only hear the peaceful sounds of nature, except for when we found a tarantula.
You saw it?
At the end of our hike, we asked our guide about her perspective on the park, since she grew up in the area before the dam was built and transformed the riverbed into the lake it is today. She had some great insight.
My name is Chan, right? It's meaning like a moon. So I am a tourist guide. Before they have about 7 villages on this big area. And everyone have to move because they make the dams. 40 years ago, I remember my mom She have feed the wild pig at home, and then the tiger coming to kill them for food. But right now the tiger is have not so much on this national park. I think they will stay deep on the jungle.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
you, Ka. Thank you so much.
Next, it was time for lunch, so we made our way back to the floating bungalow. We were welcomed with a feast once again, and we had some more time to enjoy the lake on our own time. We decided to go kayaking. The kayaks are provided by the bungalows, and it's free to use for the guests. We paddled around the lake's edge and stumbled upon a group of macaque monkeys competing in a diving contest, a behavior that we've never seen before from monkeys. Around 5 p.m., it was time for our evening wildlife safari. We explored the area near the floating bungalows and spotted more macaques, as well as cute dusky leaf monkeys playing in the bamboo. Unfortunately, we didn't find any wild elephants ourselves, but our guide told us she saw them just a few days before in the same area, and she even shared a couple videos of her own so you can see what they look like. Hopefully you get to see them on your own trip to Khao Sok. Back at the bungalows, it was time for dinner and card games to cap off the night. On our last day, we rose early for a morning mist wildlife safari. Wildlife is most active in the mornings, before it gets too hot, so this is the best chance to spot them from the boat. Right when we started up our engine, we could hear something loud in the distance.
We can hear the gibbon in the distance, so we're trying to find it now.
After some patience, we spotted one in a tree, swinging between branches and peering out at us. This was our first gibbon encounter ever, so we couldn't have been happier. The gibbons are one of the most difficult animals to spot in the park, and we were very lucky. Even though they're loud and easy to hear, it's hard to locate them because they're usually high up in the canopies. We also spotted a few last dusky leaf monkeys swinging around their own branches at the end of the boat ride. After getting back for breakfast, it was time to check out and take our longtail boat back to the pier. But before saying goodbye, our guide took us to one of her favorite viewpoints overlooking the lake and the dam. It was a great spot to cap off a wonderful adventure in Khao Sok. Overall, we really enjoyed our 3-day Khao Sok trip. Staying for multiple days at the lake allowed us to explore beyond the typical tourist route. The things we liked most about our tour was having a private guide who answered all our questions, the flexibility a 3-day tour offered in terms of activities, and staying in one of the floating bungalows on the lake itself. There are also accommodations in Khao Sok village, but there's still an hour drive to the pier itself. Planning a trip to Khao Sok National Park can be challenging, so here are 3 travel tips based on things that we learned. First, public transportation to Khao Sok National Park can be tricky. There is a bus service from Surat Thani, Khao Lak, and Phuket town to Khao Sok village. However, this is still an hour drive from the pier. That's why the easiest option is to book a private taxi or shared minivan, which is also what we did. It saves a lot of time and hassle. When booking your tour, ask about the different transportation options. Secondly, you can visit Khao Sok National Park year-round, but the dry season generally runs from December through May. As most activities in the park are weather dependent, we believe that's the best time to visit. However, you can expect rain on any day of the year, so make sure to bring a rain jacket just in case. During the wet season, hiking trails are muddy and slippery, and you have to watch out for leeches. As the lake is immense and there's only one pier to access it from, we suggest staying overnight in one of the floating bungalows. You won't have to go back and forth between the pier, and you can explore more remote corners of the park. But make sure to book in advance because the capacity is limited at the floating bungalows, especially during the weekend. We really believe it's best to explore Khao Sok on a multi-day adventure. If you're short on time, a 2-day tour will allow you to see the main highlights. But if you're looking for a more relaxing and different experience, a 3 or 4-day tour would be the better option. There are also day tours available from nearby tourist destinations, such as Khao Sok Village, Krabi, and Khao Lak. We included all the links to different tour options in the description below the video, including the tour that we did. We hope you enjoyed our video on Khao Sok National Park, and if you're planning your Thailand trip, we recommend keeping things organized with our interactive travel planner. Find a discount code below. We'll catch you on the next adventure.